Hi, this is Shane Starr on a beautiful December day in South Orange County, California. Today is the eighth and maybe final episode of what cognitive functions are at play here. Unless something comes up, or when and if things come up, I'll add to the series, but this is the final thing. This happened yesterday, and I'm annoyed, and it's kind of funny, at least for my sense of humor. It's kind of funny. It would be more funny if it happened to someone else, but tell me what cognitive functions are at play here. So I am working on audit compliance as usual, and I found that there were some egregious errors made in the lease of someone who was about to move in our apartments. And the person happened to call when I was on their file looking at it. And the woman was very angry that we had the wrong dates on her lease, that her deposit was wrong, that she was being charged wrong. And I calmly listened to her. I agreed with her that we should have not made that error, and if she would just be patient, I would go about fixing it for her. So I go into the system, untangle the mess I found, redo the lease, redo the money owed, and then sent a IT ticket to fix the deposit amount. And she continued on, and I tried to interject and let her know, hey, I already fixed it. And she said, you're interrupting me. You're not listening. You have bad customer service. I want to talk to a manager. And I let her know that there's no one besides me to speak with at the moment, and I do represent management. And she said, well, I want to talk to someone else. And I told her, well, I fixed your problem. And she said, quit being sassy. And I'm like, I'm not being sassy. And I calmly listened some more, let her know, assured her that I had fixed the problem for her, and if there's anything else she would like me to do at that time. At last she calmed down, and she said that okay, bye, and hung up. So I let my colleague know what had happened, what errors were made on my colleague's behalf. I also let my colleague know that I fixed it. So my colleague calls the person back and tells the person, hey, everything's fixed now. And the angry person's like, oh, thank you so much. You're so wonderful. That horrible man I was speaking with earlier didn't listen to me and didn't help at all. And my colleague could have said more on her own behalf about what really happened and how the problem was solved, but she just instead said, yes, I'm sorry for your experience. A week later, the person moves in, and I recognize who it is from the file, and I let her know that I set up her moving keys and move-in package, and if there's anything she needed, she could let me know, and I'd take care of it. She said, oh, no, thanks, everything's good. All right. And I thought, okay, everything's better. So yesterday, a review came in, not on social media, but just a inter-department review, where I was called out for being poor customer service oriented, and thankfully for my colleague who made the mistakes in the first place, everything turned out okay. So lucky for all of us that the colleague was there to save the day. And here I'm thinking, what the hell happened? My colleague made a mistake. I fixed it. And then she's thanked for doing such a great job. And I am, written poorly about. Now, at the end of the day, the managers can see the activity on the file. They know what happened. So, I'm good. Nothing's, bad with me. But I'm wondering, from a typology perspective, what the hell happened here? I don't know. I mean, I guess the easy answer is this is good FE at work. strategically jumping in after the problem's fixed to look like the hero, or poor insight on my part about how to better handle those situations. Except, I've been in this position for about 2 years, and it's the first time something like this has happened. So usually I know how to fix problems. I'm a problem solver. But from your perspective, what cognitive functions are at play here? What happened? That's all I have for today. Peace out.